This is Flexible Gap Polyfilla by Pollycell. Stay tuned because we're going to check it out right now. Hey guys, what's up? Justin here, and today we're taking a look at this. It's Flexible Gap Polyfilla. So I've got to give a shout out to Kifo for recommending this product. I said I'd do a review on it, so here we go. Now it says for gaps along skirting, door and window frame, so that's going to be perfect. Flexes with movement, crack resistant. Well, they all seem to say that, so I guess we'll just give it a go. So my plan of action is to get this in and then leave it overnight, come back and see how well it's set. Get this on. That bit's just snapped, but that doesn't matter. So get the nozzle on. Get in the caulk gun. And we're ready to go. So it does have a rather small hole already in the nozzle, which is fine because I've only got a pretty small gap, so I'm not going to actually make that any larger. And it's actually quite handy because I've got a rather small gap here. Keeping that nozzle quite thin on the end is really good. Just want to make sure that's loaded in that gap. So it actually feels quite thin, where I'm also using the Polyfilla decorators caulk at the moment, and compared to that, this is a lot thinner. Feels a lot easier to actually spread or apply. So here you go. There's one bit. So this gap's definitely a bit bigger. Now I've already undercoated this skirting. I've already primed and undercoated it. So what I'll do is once the filler has gone off, then I'll give it another undercoat just to go over it. It's actually a primer, so it should prepare it for painting. I'm guessing this is okay to paint over. I haven't actually checked it. Most fillers are, but we'll see. That's quite a big gap there, having to squeeze in quite a lot of filler. So we've got this gap here between the architrave and the skirting, but we've also got quite a big gap that runs up this area here. So I'm going to put a little bit around this frame as well. Okay, so that part where the skirting meets the architrave looks quite good now. So let's do a little bit up through this gap here. So let's just do this bit down here where the architrave meets the wall, but as you can see it has had some filler in there before where it's all cracked and it doesn't quite meet the wall. and this definitely needs filling, so let's get on with that. So that's gone in that gap quite nicely. I think I might have just about put the right amount in there, but look at that. This product is super smooth, and that has gone into that gap. Lovely. So far then, that product is pretty good. I've put it in some skirting, I've put it in some architrave. I'm going to leave it until tomorrow. We'll come back and we'll just try and create a little bit of movement and see how well this stuff has worked. So see you soon. Now, before I left last night, I stuck a couple of pieces of wood together here, as you can see, and used some of the filler to fill this gap here. I just stuck it together with the filler, leaving a gap in here, as you can see, and then I just run some of the filler in that gap here. Now, it has completely dried, it does feel quite solid, so what I want to do is just see if I can move it, which I should be able to because I haven't glued it or screwed it, and just see how the filler itself reacts. So here we go. It is actually quite flexible, you can see it moving and stretching. Okay, so that's quite an excessive amount of force there, but even so, it hasn't cracked at all, and it's actually still quite stuck. But as you can see, it still looks pretty good, despite the fact that I've moved it around quite a lot. So here's the section of architrave that I filled in, and that does look really nice. I'm happy with that. And then also here are the corners of skirting. So the filler itself has got a bit of a creamy colour, so that will definitely need some paint over the top. Now this filler is dry within 1 hour. It can actually be used indoors and outdoors, which is great. So this is an exterior filler as well, and it also says that it can fill gaps up to 20mm wide and 12mm deep. So that's quite some gap really. So this can be over painted, but it needs to be left for 24 hours. So there it is, Flexible Gap Polyfilla. It's definitely getting a thumbs up from me, and I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to keep this in the van. So before you go, why not check out some of my other videos and product reviews. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon to get notifications when I release a new video. I want to thank again Keith O for the recommendation of this product. Thanks man. And also you can follow me on Instagram, it's justin.bailey. So check me out there. Okay, I'm done. See you on the next video.